I've gotten into some controversial tiffs on this channel before, but never in a million years did I think that the hardest I'd have to fight against other commenters would be for the point that Elita 1 is not a bad character because she is a woman. I've had some people tell me that this is actually a non-issue, and that by me talking about it, I'm actually manifesting misogyny, and therefore I'm supporting it. Which is insane logic. The truth of the matter is that yes, there is of course, vocal minority in the community that truly does hate the current happenings in the EU comics, not simply because Elita 1 is now a character placed in power, but because she is a woman placed in power. They cry out for Robert Kirkman to be dropped from the title as he is turning the story into woke girl boss propaganda, whatever the hell that is supposed to mean. This whole ordeal is unfortunate, because I truly believe that the idea of Elita becoming the new Autobot leader is fascinating, albeit not fully fleshed out. Because of this, there's a fine line between people who hate Elita simply because she is a woman, and people who hate the choice to have the Matrix granted to her. Make no mistake, I love these new twists and turns to the franchise, but I do want them to be handled with a little more care and consideration for the story. I've already harped on issue 30 enough in my own video as well on the Teletran Tapes podcast, but it's actually thanks to my good friend Moonbase3 that I'm making this video today. Moon really does a fantastic job in his own video looking back at Volume 5 and expressing his overall thoughts on the decisions that were made. It's no secret that he is easier on the whole arc than I have been personally, and while my general opinions have remained the same, I can't lie to the fact that his video has also softened my heart on the whole matter. But we're here to talk about Elita, and so I want to look at her character from start to finish. Has she really changed much? Are the decisions made by Kirkman really that jarring? First popping up in issue number 7, Elita has always been positioned as a warrior on the brink of destruction. From her opening moments saving Ultra Magnus at the cost of her own squad, to her constant disagreements with Optimus on Earth, Elita is a character willing to not only make hard decisions, but execute them. Leaving Cliffjumper behind, ending her own life alongside of Magnus if they are captured again, bleeding Earth dry to save her home. Make no mistake here, Elita is an antagonist to Optimus and his Autobots. Is she a villain? No, I wouldn't say that. But she is the internal opposing force to our heroes, constantly being shown off as the opposite side of the coin. RC is a strong warrior that teaches Carly to not let her anger control her, and then there is Elita, the opposite, a warrior who is guided by her rage. She is capable, she is dangerous, but she is also destructive. We all understood Elita when she tried to commandeer Shockwave's plans to bleed Earth dry. It wasn't personal. Elita is not xenophobic, as some fans have tried to point out on the internet. It's simply survival. Is it morally wrong? Yes, of course, and I think Elita knows this as well, but she at the time believed it was her only option of survival. After being left behind by Optimus, Elita has a shift in her mindset. No longer is she the strong leader of Cybertron focused on returning her people to the golden days. She is now a vengeful warlord, hell-bent on creating a new world for her people, one without Optimus. It's not too hard to see the shift between Elita in issue 12 and later issues such as 16 or even 22 when she arrests Cliffjumper for, yet again, dooming Cybertron. Do I enjoy the fact that she arrests Cliff? Of course not. Free my boy. He didn't do anything wrong. But it makes sense coming from her. The Autobots have become a split faction, and she cares only for the survival of hers. This rage inside of her has grown out of control, and Shredhead's departure from Earth has become the final straw. Earth is now the enemy. Not because she despises humanity, but simply because time and time again, Earth is chosen over Cybertron, and this is exactly why Elita brands Optimus as a traitor in issue 25. Now, I need to discuss some of the problems I have with Kirkman's storytelling in accordance with Elita, but I'm going to try my hardest not to harp on it too long. The story that is being told in issues 26 and 27 obviously is setting up for what we will know will transpire in issues 32, but the main storyline with Elita is picked back up in issue 30. There's nothing wrong with this style of writing, with planting seeds for something down the road. It can seem a little disjointed in the moment and makes you wonder if we're getting back to Shockwave anytime soon, but my point is, I'm not saying that this was done out of order by Kirkman or this was bad. I just want to let you know that we're kind of skipping over issues 26 and 27 for this video because they don't really further Elita's character arc for this moment. Issue 30 is the most controversial chapter of this comic, and again, I've talked about it at length, and I stand by the issues that I had with it. However, after some time away and watching Moon's video, I do believe that Elita's behavior and decisions upon retrieving the Matrix of Leadership do actually match up to the character we've had for nearly 3 years now. Before you type that comment, I'm not saying I understand why she was granted the Matrix. Like any comic, we have to wait. That's the point of these types of stories, to get us reading monthly. And before you go saying, well, the Matrix would never choose her, that's inaccurate, Delta. We don't know how the Matrix works in this continuity yet. So let's just wait to find out. Is it jarring? Yes, but let's just wait and find out. Her decision to excommunicate the Autobots staying on Earth is a tough moment, and one that I personally hated when I first read the issue. No way. It made me so upset. And not in a, no, she's being an antagonist again kind of way, but truly in a, this makes no logical sense kind of way. But yet again, my good friend Moon has helped me see that this decision is exactly on brand for what Elita has become. She does not care about Earth and sees it as a distraction. Optimus has been a thorn in her side time and time again, and while they can speak somewhat peacefully with each other, that doesn't mean that they're all buddy-buddy again. Their relationship has been forever damaged, and at least for the time being, they still do not see eye to eye. Elita's command to return to Cybertron is, well, just that, it's a command, and originally I found it kind of pointless that she then gave the option to her soldiers to stay on Earth. Why command them to leave to then only give them the option to not follow your command? But I was reading this wrong. I'll admit it. She has given the command to leave Earth, but she knows Optimus will not come with her, and so she allows for others to stay with him. The caveat being, of course, they are no longer Autobots. It's a harsh, hurtful moment, but it makes sense. Again, she is an antagonist to Optimus. And so, in a strange way, her letting others choose to stay on Earth is kind of a charity. Again, a charity that hurts all the same. So, I now understand and agree with the decision Elita has been taking now that she is a Prime. Does that mean I am okay with the fact that she just kind of shows up in issue 30? That she allows Megatron to escape off page and, even though he's a credible threat? Not really, but again, I've spoken on those problems time and time again in many different places. If you've gotten this far into the video and you're saying, Delta, I don't hate Elita because she's a woman, I hate her because she's written horribly, then, well, yeah, she is written to be an antagonist. Maybe it's more that you think she is written inconsistently, and so did I. But with time and rereading, I've come around to realize that she really isn't. This is a logical progression for her character. And then, of course, maybe you do actually hate Elita simply because she is a woman in a place of authority and power, and that scares you. Look, I've said this a million times. Transformers is such a vast and rich franchise that you can enjoy so many different corners of it. Even Robert Kirkman said this in the letters section of issue 31. If you don't like this comic, then that's okay. There are other comics, shows, movies, books, and even more to enjoy. That's the beauty of this franchise. That being said, if you do hate women who are in charge or women who are written as strong characters, then get the hell out. There's no place for you in this community, and honestly, there's really no place for you in society. Women are people just as much as anyone else, and if you're offended by the mere existence of them, well, you've got bigger problems in life than this comic about robots fighting each other and constantly bickering. Does this burn some bridges with some of my viewers? Absolutely. And I'm glad it does. If you watch my content and you think, well, I like Delta because he hates Elita just as much as I do because she's a woman, you obviously are not watching my videos and listening to them closely enough. Elita is a character who is meant to be an antagonist. She is meant to be hated to a degree. She is meant to make decisions that you think, ugh, I don't like this decision. I can't believe she's doing this. That is the purpose of her character. Is she written inconsistently? No, I don't think so. I used to, but I don't anymore because I've taken the time to go back and really think about it. And the fact that she is a woman in a place of power and authority, again, if that scares you, good luck to you. I'm excited to see what they do with Elita moving forward with the Matrix and being a Prime. A lot of comments that I see are, man, I really hope that the Matrix is going to teach her a lesson and then she'll be sorry. And sure, maybe to some degree, there is a lesson to be taught here to Elita about humility and about leading the Autobots in the correct way. But my rant is over. Issue 31 was really fun. I liked it. Go listen to the Teletran Tapes podcast. I'm hosting that one. You can hear my thoughts on it. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. If you want to join the dialogue and the discussion, I've left a link below to join my community server. It's a lot of fun, very chill. Basically a family there. We do movie nights, game nights. We do a monthly call where we talk about all the Energon Universe titles. I would love to see you guys there. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you